guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. I'm still here at the Tokyo Auto Show. Of course, being at the Toyota booth, a lot of excitement for their new concepts that they're unveiling, but definitely still tons of excitement on this vehicle right here. What is it? This is your 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. But before we get into this first edition model of the Land Cruiser, let's talk about what's going on here. It goes back so many decades, the Land Cruiser name being that rugged, durable, off-road and on-road machine that really hasn't been seen for quite some time. Now, what's fascinating is that with a lot of changes happening in the auto industry, Toyota decided to bring back this iconic name and bring it back in a very unique way. Now, we already brought you two of the three that are in existence. This one is that first edition, which comes exactly the way that you see it. Pricing has not been available for the full lineup, but they are saying that expect around mid $50,000 range. But what I want to find out is if you're looking for that new off-road SUV, is Land Cruiser the way to go? Let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out. Right off the bat, the color combo, I'm really digging this sand dune color with the two-tone, and that was one of those things that when you saw a Land Cruiser, you see the two-tone style to it. And this is going to be a limited production unit. So you'll be able to still get your Land Cruiser and that Land Cruiser Heritage. This will be limited based off of it being the first edition. Now at the front of the business, love the way they brought the retro style with those round headlights, daytime running lamps, and LED headlights in there. Even the style, the rectangular style with the turn signals, very, very classic look. And I'm telling you, this sand dune color is phenomenal. Working our way down, you do have functional air curtains in the front bumper area. And of course, we gotta have our LED fog lamps. But definitely the way that they designed the front bumper area really gives it that nice off-road look, but also gives us the boxy style of the Land Cruiser that we're familiar with. Now, as we come across that egg crate grille design, you're gonna have your flat black grille up top with the silver heritage badge. So much history there. Love all the fine details. Just a real thin strip of gloss black along the brow of the hood. And then working your way down, we still have more functionality, nice and large with some dark gray. And then what you're gonna find is underneath on the first edition, you're gonna get skid plates to protect the underside belly of this vehicle. Now, as we rise up, bold hood without being too in your face. You got these nice rises on both sides of the hood, which from the driver's seat is gonna give you a really nice visual reference point as you're off-roading. I think the big question mark that a lot of people are wondering is underneath the hood. No V6, definitely no V8. You're looking at a 2.4 liter turbocharged inline four that's mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. So that's gonna be interesting to see how people gravitate towards that power plant. As we come around, I'm actually gonna have Lori swing back around because I wanna show off how that fender flare, all in the metal, and then on top of that, of course, we're gonna have our flat black around the openings. As we drop down, you're gonna have on your first edition here, 18-inch wheels, like that nice satin black finish, multi-spoke design. You can see our bright metallic silver brake calipers, and then that off-road spec tire. So this is gonna be, the first edition really is that off-road spec. You can see the shielding all the way around the sidewall. And like I said, 18-inch wheel, 265 on the width, 70 series sidewall, gonna give us plenty of movement up and down as you're going on and off-road. Now, as we come down the side, love the way you have the nice square side mirrors with the gloss black. You got your turn signals built in. And then the way that they did the two-tone is very unique. I'm happy that they didn't black out the whole A-pillar. Remember, this is the A-pillar. I'm glad they didn't black out the whole piece. Just a little bit with the nice flat white roof. You do have gloss black on the door handles. And then you'll notice on the bottom portion, the flat black that's gonna help take a nice beating. Now I'm gonna go ahead and open up this door. Hopefully it's unlocked. You can see inside the passenger side. To the door panels, of course, we have the two-tone, the dark chocolate brown, nice stitch work, soft touch material, no gloss black which is fantastic to see. And then you have a door pocket. It's very tight, maybe 4 Japanese tacos, and that's about it. The dash, very simple and clean, 14-inch infotainment system. Love the nice clear graphics and fonts, all of your controls very nicely done. And then center console area, you got, of course, have wireless charging. You got your shifter for the 10-speed automatic. Look at all the great stitching. It's like an old football. That football you used to throw around as a kid. Now you could sit in the seats and have that same experience. Power seats on the passenger and the driver's side of things, which are great. Up top, you have your raised roof rail. You could get your crossbars, put your cargo carrier up there. Maybe one of your kids is giving you a hard time on a family road trip. Put them up there. But I didn't tell you to do that, and neither did Toyota. One of my favorite body styles with the rear passenger door. I love the way it comes up. It's got nice large glass. We're gonna open up the back so that you could see what is happening backseat wise. Look at that command center. You got your rear AC vents, you got USB-Cs and a 12-volt back there, so they got you covered very, very nicely on the back area. This particular model, and I'll show you when we get to the business side, has a steering yoke. Something interesting, I'm sure, just for the Tokyo Auto Show. Of course, this is a 2-row. So we're talking about 2 rows, not a 3-row, 2-row, nice large rear quarter glass. And then the way, just like up front on the rear pillar here, the way they brought the white with just a little bit of gloss black, that nice body color. And you can see how it really flares out nicely as you get towards that fender, the rear fender area. Now, at the tail end of the business, they did a great job keeping that overall boxy shape. The zonk I have is this guy right here, the wiper. The only problem is where else would we put it, because you have a stubby roof spoiler. There's no actual spoiler that extends off, but I like the way everything is white up there. The bold, sharp lines at the back. Of course, you have the Land Cruiser name in gloss black. And then the lower rear bumper, just like up front, flat black, and you got your spare tire mounted underneath. So that's a very, very nice touch to have the spare mounted underneath. Of course, we swing it around, and that's gonna give you more of that. But I wanna see if we could get some access to the driver's side. So let's hit the pause button. Let's see if we could get in the business end of this Land Cruiser. All right, guys, we're in the backseat area. I gotta whisper here because there's some talking going on, some introductions and some unveils to some special guests. But sitting in the back seat feels phenomenal. I got the rear AC vents very nicely. Lori's actually gonna come in with me. This is something we've never done before. Lori's gonna come inside with me, and this is very difficult to do, and look over the shoulder of the driver right now. On the business side of things, look at the steering yoke. Look at the digital gauge cluster. Nicely done, and it's gonna be interesting to see if this ever comes to US shores on the US version of the Land Cruiser. But you have heated seats, ventilated seats, you got your 360-degree camera, all of the things that you need to successfully off-road, and you have a digital rearview mirror. But really, really cool to be able to bring this to you in a very creative way in the back seat of this Land Cruiser. But why don't we go ahead, let's get back outside and we'll wrap it up from Tokyo. All right, guys, lots of excitement here at the Tokyo Auto Show, and it makes sense for the excitement to really be around Toyota. They're really going through a time in their fantastic moments in what's going on with not only electrification, because they're bringing plenty of that, but also, like I said, going back in time and bringing some of those important names back to fruition, like the Land Cruiser, and having that be a go-to for somebody that wants that boxy, classic, off-road style, but of course with new technology like the Toyota multimedia system on the infotainment system. You're also looking at the digital gauge cluster, digital rearview mirrors, all the different cameras that they have. That really is going to tie in the past with the present, and obviously being here in Tokyo, also focusing on the future. But let me know how you feel about this Land Cruiser. Do you think it's the one that you want to buy, even though it may have a 2.4 liter four-cylinder power plant? Let me know down in that comment section if you'd like to see something different. It will be interesting to see if they bring any hybrid technology. And then also, we also have to remember another classic name, the FJ Cruiser. Please, Toyota, make that happen, because I know a lot of you, including this guy right here, would love to see another FJ out there on the roads and the off-road areas. But definitely nice to find. It's funny how we had to travel 14 hours in a plane to get you this first edition. We were there when they launched the vehicle in Utah. They didn't have this ready yet. We actually had to come to Tokyo to bring it to you. So that's what we like to do. We like to accept the challenge and make it happen for you guys. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rise family. Of course, we got to give it up to Lori Givens Raiti. She has worked this crazy display. She's had to move her body in ways that she's never done before with a video camera. So I'm glad to see her rise to the occasion. Show us some love in the comment section. Thank you, Lori, for all that you're doing. Just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.